Hello everyone, Onlydraven here again, and today we're doing a tutorial in Minecraft All the Mods to the Sky 7. Now this mod pack is a very large mod pack and contains a lot of great and fun mods in it. It is a heavy pack, so it will require you to have a computer that you're going to be able to increase the amount of RAM you dedicate to it. I run it with 12 gigabytes of RAM dedicated, but you don't have to go that high. You're going to need to allocate a fair amount. Now, this pack has a very large, different range of mods that are really well put together and a good progression system, and a pack that I think you're going to have a lot of fun with. So I really do recommend it. Now, I want to point out that this is different than the All the Mods 7. All the Mods 7 is a standard pack. You start the world, there's mining and digging and so on, the thing you're used to. All the Mods to the Sky 7 is the Skyblock variant to this pack. So some of the things that you're going to see in this other All the Mods to the Sky 7 tutorials will work different than if you're playing the original All the Mods 7. Some of the settings and things had to be changed by the creators in order for it to work in a Skyblock setting. In this mod pack, or in this tutorial, we're going to take a look at how to get started, the introduction, and then just an overview of the progression system and award system. Find this video helpful and you like it, please be sure to click like. Most importantly, please remember to hit that subscribe button so you can see all my videos and tutorials and streams as they come out. All right, let's take a look at how this pack starts. Okay, everyone, so here we are on the home screen of All the Mods to the Sky 7. We're going to go ahead and create ourselves a new single-player world. We'll create new world. I'm just going to leave it under the name New World, although I am going to allow cheats on, because I like cheats on in every game that I play, just in case something breaks and I need to get in there and fix it. We're going to hit Create New World, and then this is going to take a minute. I'm going to skip past the loading screen, and we'll jump right in. And there we are. So we've loaded into the actual starting of the game. So this is where you start at anytime you load into an All the Mods to the Sky 7 game, New World. It's always going to start you here. It's going to give you this little screen with some instructions that are going to be very important. These are different commands you're going to need to type in to do different things. The first one is what's going to let you choose your island and pick your team. Even if you're playing the game by yourself, you're not playing multiplayer, you still have to do this step. And then /skyblock home would send you to your island spawn point. /skyblock spawn would bring you back here if you needed to for some reason. And then some other additional steps that might be helpful. One key step to this, in many Skyblock games, you start with one tree. And if you have very bad luck, you may not get it to drop a sapling. And if you don't have a sapling, there's really no way to progress. This little step here is awesome. Emergency saplings are available from the quest book if you do need to get one. Okay, so we're going to do the first command, which is /skyblock space GUI, and hit enter. That brings us into the team screen. So we're going to create a new team. I'm just going to call this one ODG. And then we get to choose what our starting island looks like. This one is Farmer's Paradise. See, it's got a little farm area already set up on there. Then there's Cobbler's Delight. Then there's just a tree. And then there's just the basic starter island. This is the one that I usually use and the one I'm going to start with today. You can see it's got a little chest, comes with a few little basic starting items to get you going. Once you've decided on your island and you've chosen your name, hit create, and you are teleported there. And now we are on our little island with our one sapling and some items in here that'll help get us started with some of the basic, very starting progressions. You also come with a copy of Advanced Peripherals, first edition, which will help you with some of the settings and such in that mod itself. So, let's look at this. Now, if we are going to move forward in the game, we want to figure out how to do that, right? Got trees, got saplings. You can twerk, which is basically hitting the shift button over and over, which will help your trees and plants grow faster. But we need to see how to get started. So we're going to go ahead and go into E and click up here under quests. All the Mods 7 to the Sky has a very great, awesome, thorough progression system here. So a lot of goals and ideas of what you need to do. You're going to start on Welcome. You're going to click this little star here, and you're going to click on Quest Book, this, and then it just gives you a little information. You'll want to read that. You get some experience, and you get your quest book. So now you have a quest book in your inventory. You can open it up to get to the same stuff we just looked at, or you can hit the E button and go up here in the upper left. Either one gives you the same thing. Little exclamation point in the upper right means you have a quest that you need to collect the rewards. You can click it here to just get the rewards, but you won't see what you achieved. Or you can go in here, and anything that has an exclamation point next to it means there's a quest there you've completed. So we're going to click on All the Modium. So we're going to click on this one, All the Modium, hit that, and we've got some experience points. So this is basically just a detailed guide to All the Modium. This is the starting area. All the Modium ore, Vibranium ore, and Unobtainium ore are some of the end game parts of this pack. Some of the hard to get resources that your main goal is to work your way towards getting this stuff and making some of these things for quest rewards. There's also some creative, and creative is where you're going to look if you want to find what really would be considered the end goal of this mod pack, and that is to make the All the Mods star. To make this star, you need very high end game resources from many of the different mods that are included in this pack. Once you have reached and gathered all those things together, you can make the All the Mod star, in essence, doing everything you need to, beating the game, if you're looking for that type of a finale in your Minecraft experience. But we really look at here, getting tips and tricks, things to look at, bounty board, rewards for killing certain amounts of monsters. But where we're going to get started is getting started. When we click here, it's going to give you some of the basics to get going and beginning in this pack. All right. And there's several different things here. Start a farm, getting started. Now, when you click on the beginning of a quest, sometimes there's just a check mark. If there is, you just click that and you've beaten that quest, if you will. It's really more for information. And that's going to unlock the next step. If you haven't unlocked the next step, even if you beat or do what it requires to get the next step, you won't get credit for it. You do have to kind of do it in order or go back to it in order to get it. So we're going to go getting started, hit our check mark. We got some stakes. And now we can move into the next step, which is networking 9 to 5. The names are great in this one. And to gather 8 logs and 16 planks. And you'll get some sticks and some experience for doing so. And that's going to kind of guide you through the different steps, from using barrels into making clay, dust, and sand, getting forward and making yourself a sieve. This is a sifting heavy pack, so you'll do a lot of sifting in here, make you down to some very basic power, getting you into the next section. You got some farming up here, start a farm. That's its own little section, so you don't have to do all this to get to this one. And then work your way up into cobblestone generators. So a very basic progression to get you started on your island. Now right here, emergency saplings is where I talked about earlier. You can click on this, hit a check mark, and it will give you another sapling in your inventory. So if you don't get a sapling from your tree, you can get one there. Okay? After that one, you can go into getting started number 2. Several different paths to start with here, from jetpacks into more advanced powers and machines, into some of that more end game stuff I talked about, Twilight Forest, all the Modium. This is just more things to work your way to. And then there are a lot of different progression paths for specific mods, like Tinker's Construct. As you can see, this one's much more detailed, lots of stuff to work on here. Smeltery and so on, things you might be familiar with. Then there's basic storage systems, of which there are a few to choose from. If anything, I would say this is what I felt was the most limiting section in this pack. I didn't find there to be a very diverse section of storage systems. It really pushes AE storage, which is right there, Applied Energetics. As you can see, a lot involved with that. Resources, you got food and farming, mystical agriculture, productive bees, which was, in my opinion, one of the most fun parts of this pack. Do that just so you can see some of the bee stuff. Lots of fun things to do with all the bees. If you've used the chickens or the cows or hogs from Sky Factory, things like that, the bees is another great resource animal system, and I recommend putting some time into it because it was a lot of fun. Then there's Hostile Neural Networks, which is basically Deep Mob Learning. It's updated its name. If you're familiar with Deep Mob Learning, basic same thing with a few updates. Then you have, from technology, you've got Power Systems, you've got Create, Industrial Foregoing, Mechanism, Thermal Series. Then you have some magic options, Ars Nouveau, Britannia, Blood Magic, Forbidden Arcanus, and then Twilight Forest if you're looking for a place to explore. You might be familiar with Twilight, same basic idea. I will say that the Twilight Forest in this pack is not a skyblock. It is a standard Twilight Forest world, so it is a place you can go to and mine and get a lot of resources if you'd rather not do the sifting and stuff. You'll still need to do some sifting, but it can definitely get a lot of resources, and you'll have to mine some stuff here, like all the modium and things. So, overall, a whole lot of different paths to cover, and you don't have to do them in any specific order. The getting started is really just to literally get you started moving forward with the basics, but then you can start bouncing around and do whatever you'd like. I did most of these without ever touching AE or Create. Two mods that I didn't touch at all, and still managed to do the majority of the stuff that was available in here. I did not finish the pack and get the star, just didn't go that far with it. But it is something that you might want to work towards if you're really looking to challenge yourself. Getting the All the Mod star will take quite a bit of work, but could be very, very fulfilling and have a lot of fun involved with that. So that's the basic progression system, if you would, and questing in this pack. And there we are. So that's just a brief overlook over how to get started in this pack, how the progression system works, questing, and a look at some of the mods that are involved in the pack itself. I really do recommend trying this pack out. It was a lot of fun. There's so many different things to do and different ways to play the pack. I think there's something in here for just about everyone. Now, if you have any questions about this tutorial or any of my tutorials, please be sure to put that down in the comments section, and I'll do my very best to get back with you as quickly as I possibly can, as well as any recommendations or suggestions for other tutorials you'd like to see in this pack, all the mods to the Sky 7. I'm always looking for new ideas and happy to look into any suggestion you have. Other than that, you can also go to my website, onlydraven.com, and there at the bottom of the homepage is a place that you can submit questions or feedback or recommendations via email if you prefer to go that way. While you're there, you can see my streaming schedule, links to all my socials, some cool information, as well as the ODG store, where you can find some cool Onlydraven gaming merchandise. Highly recommend checking out the website. A lot of great resources. But that is going to do me for today. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.